back out today at a very chilly and cold Ravenscar. No ticks this time of year because it's all frozen, as you can see by the snow in the hills. It does mean though that I'm going to be wrapped up and probably only filming the good things, but I'll try and do my best to make sure that we can all get a good fossil hunt in. I'll be back with you when I'm down this path and trying not to slide down the icy bits. See you guys soon. Not at the main fossil section yet. This is the old landslide that you basically walk along. But it's worth just having a look in amongst these rocks, because every once in a while you find some goodies. So there's a block there that I picked up. It's got some ammonite keels showing in it. So let's give you a look. So you can see there's a couple of them in section there, another one there, and one on top. So I'll give this a tap and see what they are. I think they're Peronoceras. There's another big nodule in under there that I'm going to go get out. Give them a tap. If there's anything good, I'll come back and show you. Yeah, so a couple of little grammos to start the day. Little one there, bigger one there, that came out of that spot. So not too bad. Down onto the beach proper, just the everyday reminder cliffs and the grey bedrock that you see here. All protected, so please do not hammer into it, not just for your own safety, but also because it's SSSI here, so it's all protected by law, and hammering into it is illegal. But as we're also in the cliff sections, I now get to rock my very sporting hard hat with sticker. If you do see me, ask for one, got them in my bag, so always happy to give out some stickers, help decorate some helmets to keep reminding people to look after your safety on the coast. So just a little deck and a shell, or a couple of shells rolling out of this block. It won't have a middle and it's not very well preserved, so I'm going to leave it here. But if you're not sure what you are allowed to hammer into, so in general on the Yorkshire coast, bedrock, solid layer of rock going into the cliff, not allowed. Loose blocks like this that you can see it separate, you are allowed to. So if you use that as your rule of thumb, it's generally a safe bet, and you won't either piss off the people or get yourself into trouble. As always, plenty of bits just in these loose rock piles, always worth looking through. It's a piece of DAC shell just there, and I just grabbed this nodule, which looks to have a fairly complete DAC in it, so that'll go straight in the bag. Can you all see what's just broken my heart? Oh, I don't have a good philo, and that would have been a really nice one. Sadly, not there, or not complete. I'll still take it back, it's the best one I've got in my collection now. A twofer here. Can you spot the fossils that I think are both actually quite good? So, first one, a Hildy, right there. Oh, outer wall's broken off, but that looks pretty nice, beach prepped and all, beautiful. And there was another one there, which is a DAC. So did you see this one? Yeah, so that one looks to be alright too. So, big old DAC in that one. That is a nice chunky sized DAC too. Perfect! So you might be able to see there's a Hildy in the rocks there, there's DACs here, DACs all the way along. These you cannot get out, this is all bedrock, but there's also absolutely no need. The sea over time digs these all out and puts them into those piles of rocks that you've seen us rummaging through. So please, 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 do not be digging in this bedrock. Came across a little hot spot for Peronoceras. See all the little spines on this one. Unfortunately, middle is gone. The bigger one, I think the same is likely to be the case. It looks a treat, but I think the middle's blown on this side. It might have one on that, so I might just take that one in the hope. So I've been splitting things and having a bit of bad luck with it. So that looks like it might have been a Dactilyoceras or Peronoceras deep body form, but split the wrong way, so not sure if I'm going to take that one as is. A really heavily pyritic Peronoceras block, so we'll likely leave that for now and pick it up on the way back. This one I've just split, I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be a pseudo, but that will come back with its counterpart. And then this one here, which just shows that little bit of keel, so that looks like it might be a nice chunky DAC as well, possibly another Dactilyoceras. And unfortunately back up in the corner where I'd like to go fossil hunt. You might just see it right in the middle of frame. Little seal head sticking up. Big old chunk of belemnite sticking out. So fragment gum was there, it's obviously come out and it's missing the point, but a fairly big one. Just in the second bay now, slowly working through all the nodules, trying to see if we can find much. There's bits and pieces. There's a piece of a dac just there in the middle. Lots of little bits and pieces, but nothing spectacular. We'll keep looking though. We'll find something, I have no doubt. So join me at a perfect time. Just saw this ammonite sticking out. Obviously outer world's gone, but managed to chisel it out, and if it is, it's not well preserved at all. Which goes with my other one, to be honest. But I'm going to take that and wrap it up and see if this is in the middle when we can get it cleaned up. And one more thing just to show quickly, having gone very far. That brown stuff on this looks like fish bone. So I haven't had much bone recently, so always nice to find a bit. It will probably stay on the beach, but nice to see I've still got my eye in for it. Unfortunately nothing spectacular for me. Casey's got a lovely ammonite I don't recognise. Nice big chunk of wood with a bunch of shells all the way around it. But slowly headed back to First Bay, and then we're going to hunt the waterline and see if there's anything good has washed out whilst trying to keep away from seals. Saw this in a rock just down there. And thought, ooh, that's a weird looking ammonite, and then I hammered it out. The fact that it's off center makes me think it might actually be a gastropod, but a bit different from the sort of the bluey sandstones here. So I'll take that one back and see what it is when I get a chance. A very, very pyritic dac. Going to be a pain in the butt to prep that. We'll still probably take it though, just because it's tough to leave a dac that size. Yeah, most of them don't pop nicely down here, but every once in a while you get one that does okay. Don't take it home very often, but I do have a soft spot for the wood when it's this sort of nice. You got preservation of the wood in black, and you've got nice big chunks of pyrite running down it. Means it'll probably fall apart and rot really quickly with pyrite disease, but it's pretty to look at. But we'll leave it on the beach for someone else to look at down the line. And thus ends another adventure down at Ravenscar. We got joined by a gentleman from Devon, Neil, who I recognised off the forums, who's very helpful and kind, showing off some of his finds and also helping identify KT's weird and rare fossil that I'm sure will appear on Facebook when it's fully prepped. It looks really dark at this point based on the camera, promise you. There we go, it's not that bad. But it's one of the days I'm excited that it's cold, because that trek up the hill is going to be a pain in the butt. And it's been a long old day already on the beach with lots of stuff in the bag. Nothing exceptional for me, but cannot complain too much. So we report back if we get anything else on the way, but otherwise catch you in the next one.